Hello everybody, welcome back to Rig Racing. I just wanted to give you a quick update on Main Street 1 model that I was working on. I've gone ahead and dry brushed the red. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of research still and figure out what color I want to paint the front facade for the storefront. But on the camera, this is going to look a lot redder than what it really is. This is actually kind of weathered looking, you know, it's kind of nice. So as of right now, I have 3 of them glued together with CA glue, and then I did a little bit of JB weld in the corners here just to kind of give it strength for the moment. And then I'm going to put the front face on, maybe with just 5-minute epoxy or something like that when I get to the point. So this morning I have been working on the roof. The roof is pretty much done. I had to sand off the sides to make it fit in this groove that's in this model, if you can see that right there. So this will slide in on both sides, has a groove, goes all the way down to the end, and then just sits flush to the end. All right, and sits in the groove, and then that's the roof. Look at how nice that looks, actually, right? So I'm going to have to paint this black and this black to match the rest, or maybe do brick color. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet on the roof. And then the front facade will go on as well, and I'll have all that to put together. So this is what it's going to kind of look like. Let me throw it over to the other side because I actually put a little bit of windows and doors in already, so you can see how much it's going to brighten up. I might weather the doors. This still might wind up turning green. I don't know yet, so it's all still up in the air. Then I got some gutters and downspouts and things like that that need to be put on all over the place, and interior doors, windows, things like that. But that's where we stand at the moment. Okay, just a little update here. I put the front face on here with some 5-minute epoxy, and these corners right here would not go together well, even though I have them at 45 degrees. So I put a piece of tape this way to get the building to go together this way, and then use tape all the way along the length of the building here to pull the front end back and to connect that joint. So I'll let this sit for 5-10 minutes or so and take the tape off, and we can get to doing the rest. Okay, I've come back from walking my dog Bailey, and the epoxy has set on the front piece here, so everything has been squared up on my board here according to the grids. So it's nice and square. Now, if you notice on the inside of these, it's got grooves on the inside of the walls, and that accepts the roof plank that slides in here, right? So that's what this piece is. This is the roof. I took time with 220 grit sandpaper, and one side, I'd flip it over, give it a line this way, and then test it. Do it again, test it, until now it will fit into these grooves. On the last thing that I do, we'll put that roof on, and this will be complete. So I still need to paint here, and maybe a little bit more on the back wall there. But this will allow me to gain access for everything else inside as I complete the model, and then put the roof on. The front door, or the front shop here, I think I might do like a blue and cream, maybe, accents. Then there's a wall behind here. I believe I got it right here. Right now it's completely white, but I'm going to put something in here. But this fits in here to make the shop, the front shop, as you can see, right? And then each one of these will have a window pane and windows in it as well with glass. This will be all lit up. These will be lit up with their windows. Everything could be lit up if I want it to be. But I'm definitely going to do the shop. So this has yet to been completed. I might print something and put something back here like I have stock or whatever sitting on the shelves behind this. Or I might just frost out the windows altogether and have a frosty front window. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. This is the base. It's one of the files that comes with this model. And instead of putting it in resin, I just printed it off on my FDM printer. and that way I know that it was square and it'll just be nice, tidy. So I put this here, this fits right on there. So now this is done. That's your base. Or you could do what I did on this old model, is this is the height of an AFX or Tomy slot car track. So this is the exact height to make it look like it was built on the roadway. So you can tell the height difference. So if you want this to match, if you're putting it on an RC track, you might want to mount it on something that's bigger than that, so it sits flush with your lanes. Or if it doesn't matter, it's going to be sitting off to the edge. This was what came with it. And let me flip it over. It has a giant hole in it, so you can still run your wires, still light everything up. It's a nice little file. It's got L shapes here, brackets, that helps square everything up on there and kind of hangs it on, right? So it's a nice little feature. You can use it or just use it as a template, cut it out of a bigger one if you know you're going to put it right next to a track, and then you'll have these two sitting right next to each other. Or he has 1 through 10 or whatever of these buildings. You could build your whole city street, main street. So that's where I sit right now. I'm gonna put some windows in, maybe figure out what I'm gonna do for some painting, and then light it all up, and that'll be that. This is a great little project. I recommend anybody go out and grab this file and print it out for yourself if you're able to, or have somebody print it for you so you can paint it up. This has been a great fun model to build. Okay everybody, what I'm going to do now, I have these, I'm going to clean up some of the blue, but now I'm going to do this side, and then maybe the inside of this door right here, if you can see that. That needs to be the same color. Maybe touch up a little bit of the blue for the inside of the building. So I've already mixed. Yeah. I guess I won't be doing that. Apparently dinner's ready. Okay, what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to finish up some of this beige painting. I'm going to do some on the side here, here, there and there. And then where did I put it? Here's the front door. I'll be doing a little bit here and maybe over there. So let's get going. I kind of already shook up this Deco Art Americana. This is an oyster beige. 99-cent bottles of paint. I don't need a ton. I'm not going to do a lot here with this. I'm not going to thin it. I'm just going to paint it this time. So I'm going to get down in here. And we're going to paint it. Now, I never mentioned or never claimed to be a professional model builder or painter. I'm Joe Blow average, just like you. I can barely see. So what I'm doing now is filling in these light colors, then I'll come back over with the blue and I'll clean up what I messed up at a later time, make it look nice. All right. I really want to do that, but let's let that sit for a minute. Yeah, it's a little thicker than airbrush, which is pretty much where I think I want it. Because really I want to do is put in these little lines here and see what happens. And a rag real quick, just in case I need to wipe something off it. Let me thin out the paintbrush with this. There's no globs of big paint. Okay, here we go. It's just the wash. Almost thin enough to drip off the bristle and go all the way down the model. It looks sloppy now, but once I come back and do the blue, it's gonna look nice.